What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. My God, man. Mm, 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 mm. We are a month away from training camp starting, and we need that thing to start sooner than later. Oh my God. People are going nuts. I've never seen an off season like this before because there's no drama. There's no Cowboys drama out there. Only thing we got is just Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboy trashing mercilessly. Merciless. Okay, you know what I mean. And Philly 500. Jeez, oh flip. He is literally spamming me every single day. Every video, he's got a clip of Mark Holmes in it. I went to the CSA show, having a little fun and stuff, and boom, he sends me a text message. I'm coming for those meats. And literally there's a video that says, the Eagles are better than the Dallas Cowboys in every single measure. Everywhere. In words of Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm kind of worried that maybe Philly 500, he might be smoking some crack. I mean, he is really and truly, when you say better in every stretch of the imagination, in every department, everywhere. I mean, he's talking about the ball boy, the kickers. Well, okay, yeah, they are better than the kickers. But be that as it may, better than our kicker, yeah, I'll give him that one. But anything less than 17-0 in a Super Bowl victory is a failure by the amount of trash that these Eagle fans have talked. It is crazy. And I tell you what, when they fail, you know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be laughing at them. I'm going to be coming for your meats. Pause. Philly 500. So, some things that are kind of amazing this year is when you think about DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is basically saying that he's got it narrowed down to two teams, the Titans and New England. I'm betting a few months ago when it was first rumored that he was leaving, that he didn't have Tennessee or New England on those lists. Bet you he didn't. I just don't see how he did. Now, on the other side of the fence, we got Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, who said that Miami would be the perfect fit because it was rumors that the Miami Dolphins would be the team. But then Pat McAfee started talking about New England could use another back, in which case it was tweeted out there, and Dalvin Cook, of course, liked that as well. A lot of times you think you've got all kinds of options, but in the end, you might not have as many as you thought. And I'm guessing that DeAndre Hopkins, when he was thinking about leaving Arizona, was looking at a team like Buffalo or Kansas City, where he would look at it and say, we have a great chance to go to the Super Bowl. But it just does not seem to be there. Here's the thing with the Cowboys, and I've said this a couple of times recently. We have the Joneses with Jason Garrett. And now we have the Joneses with Mike McCarthy. I think there's a difference. Maybe I'm wrong. But, we used to have, I don't know if you've ever done the tour of the Star, but when you do the tour of the Star, you'll find out about Jerry Jones's huge suite, that put like 100 plus people in it. And then it has an elevator that goes up to his GM suite, which is smaller, more intimate. And you'd always see Jerry Jones up in there with the phone that goes down to the sidelines. And you would always hear about the Joneses were meddling too much with Jason Garrett. It feels like, and maybe I'm wrong, that from the time they got Dan Quinn, that they let Dan Quinn coach and started being successful. And it feels like they started doing that with Mike McCarthy. You could see the Cowboys evolved their thinking as far as the players that they like. They never before cared about one technique guys. But here it is. Since Dan Quinn has been there, we got Quentin Bohannon, we got John Ridgway, which I'm still kind of mad that they let him go, and now Mozzie Smith. Those are things that the Cowboys never, ever thought about. You looked at the Cowboys actually making some trades, sensible now, prudent, for Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. Things that, before it would be a number one pick for Amari Cooper, or a number one and a second, I think, for Roy Williams, or 2 number ones for Joey Galloway. They got their receiver, but they only spent a 5th round draft pick. And you see them now turning over the keys to the kingdom to Mike McCarthy. These are things that are different than usual. You've always seen since they got, I'm having a brain fart. Will McClay, head of scouting, them being great at drafting. The problem's always seemed, as Troy Aikman said, the problem doesn't seem getting players. It's been situational football where we've been messed up. And maybe, as much as people will say Mike McCarthy, it's still crazy to me that people will say, well, Kellen Moore is a great offensive mind, a guy who's only been there for a couple of playoff games. But Mike McCarthy, a guy who's won the Super Bowl, he's the idiot and the jackass that doesn't know anything. I just seem to think that the Cowboys have actually been making better moves. Is it enough to win a Super Bowl? I don't know. But if we're to believe that Dalvin Cook may be leaving the NFC for the AFC for New England or Miami, that's another big piece that's out of the NFC. In a year that you look at it and say, there's a lot of pieces that have left, great quarterbacks. You have to wonder, is Brock Purdy really as good as we think? Will him coming back from injury, as well as now having some games behind him that people can study in the offseason, will he come back down to earth? In San Francisco, not quite as good. We all know that there's no way that the Eagles can meet the expectations that have already been set upon them. They are destined to fail. I'm sorry. Basically, the Eagles have to win 30 games this year to live up to hype that's being put out there because of it. And the Cowboys not being that team that people are looking at, maybe they'll get hungry. Look, here we go. Another Philly 500 text to me. Jeez, oh, flip. I can't even respond to him, and he's still texting me. Good Lord. I'm telling you, Philly 500 has got to be using crack or speed or something to just, I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up. I believe this is 3 now today from him. I'm just wondering, in Philly, keep that same energy when your team doesn't show up. Keep that same energy. I just can't. I just can't anymore. All right, good people. I'm tired. I'm real tired. And, I'm going to lay these dead bones down, as my dad would say. Remember to tell the people you love how much you love them. because you might not get the chance again. And of course, I love you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe out there. Peace out.